Hey, everybody. Hello. Welcome to Love Field. You're like, why aren't you at the spotting area? Well, because it's sunny and it's 94 degrees. So we are in the shade. That's where we're at today. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Jim Rockford saying hello. Don Rumsey saying hello. Dan Reeves saying hello. Kevin Kelly saying hello. ERB Dreamweaver. I'm glad that, ERB, I hope your dad is doing well. And thank you for checking in. We obviously wish him a speedy recovery and comfort while he's resting in the hospital. Happy evening, Jim Rockford says. Looks like we got a Gulf Stream. A Gulf Stream indeed. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Welcome into episode 510. And taking off. Looks like it'll be Gulfstream 5 to Van Nuys, California. Josh Cullenberg checking in from the islands. Aloha. Andrew says it's 106 in Tucson, just saying. No question. I won't compete with you on the heat. I will compete with you on the humidity, though, Andrew. How'd your bike ride go? That's my question, is how'd the bike ride go when you were riding home? Ryan Play says hello. Oops. Dreamweaver doing a great job moderating. Hey, look, there is a Poseidon. Where's Matt Man? There's a Poseidon hiding over there. We are waiting for a private jet arrival over here on runway 13 left. There you can see it in the distance. The big announcement, yeah, you missed lots of big announcement. Well, for starters, Josh, I moved to Texas for a couple weeks. I left my job in Tucson on good terms. And I'm kind of finalizing, trying to decide if I'm going to take a job in the Midwest. I have not disclosed which airport just yet, but I will soon enough. Or do I go broadcast full time? So yeah, there's been a lot going on. Dan Reeves reporting that the hottest day recorded in history for June in England, it has been unbearable at times. I bet, Dan. That's got no fun. Don Rumsey asks, is that a bridge in the background? And it is, but Don, it is only a interstate bridge. Interstate bridge. So for I-35E to the 635 interchange. So it's one of the off-ramps. Good question. Tim Arnold showing up. Andrew loving his hot bike rides. You know, I would have rode my bike more, Andrew, to work. They didn't have a shower in the ops office. So if I was going to work, I would have wanted a shower. Thank you, Josh. Salt Lake City says hello. Yes, I know, Salt Lake City flights. I saw your comment. I'll definitely want to come back to Salt Lake City. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. Qantas and ATC showed me up after I said it probably never happens that the A380 lands on the left side of DFW. And then today, they landed on the left side. What's up, Robbie? Thanks everybody for liking and subscribing. Yeah, Qantas's A380 landed on the left side at DFW, so now I look like a fool. We look like a fool. Ah. Okay. Welcome into Love Field, episode 510 of Pip's Planespotting Live. Looks like we might have a Gulfstream G650 ER about to land. Will it take 13 left or 13 right? We're kind of on the south-facing runways, or I guess it would be the southeast-facing runways more so. Aviation Cat says, like number 24, mountain biker, myself. Excellent. Mark Bright Spark says, hello. Oh, man. Andrew's bragging that he's got full use of facilities, showers, and everything. Yeah, I wish that was one thing they would have allowed. Now, my understanding, Andrew, is the police have showers, fire has showers, but they've never welcomed us. Josh, if you were to take out the temperature and the humidity, it is a nice day. But it's, I think, 94, and the humidity is probably 50, 55%. Thanks, everybody, liking and subscribing. All right, in fact, I already got to get my water out. Be drinking a lot today. Good thing Kroger had a sale on bottled water. Buy 3, get 3 free. Salt Lake City Flight says they haven't used, and they changed the runways to runway 34 right and 35. The planes have been landing on runway 16 right. Ugh. I hate when that happens, when they don't land to the north. Weather Bob says hello with 68 degrees in his office. That sounds wonderful. Dreamweaver, where are you at? I gotta fix something. There we go. Now I got you. Dreamweaver. So for you new viewers who haven't seen Love Field before, there are 2 runways, one on each side of the parking garage. This is the north side runway. It's about 1,000 feet shorter than the south runway. Hey, Random Spotter checking in. Random Spotter, how is Tucson? Have you been able to get any spotting in? Penn, how's it going? I know it was a huge surprise. Huge surprise, Penn. The A3 landing on the east side. So I guess the north side bridge is available to take the A380. I look weird. I look like I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, our next arrival is headed our way, and it is Embraer Praetor 500. Yes, Josh, the new plane spotting area was completed this year. It's right now, the angle of the sun has it right, the sun shooting right into the shaded area. I'll show you where it is here in just a second. It's across the way. Yep, you do need that random spotter, and it is pretty hot. I'm telling you, with it being the altitude being 2,500 feet, you feel way closer to the sun. What's up, Pyro? How's it going? Yeah, I did not know that. I did not know that, random spotter. I learned something new, and in the process, they proved me wrong on every count. I was like, really? Okay, so the new spotting area, I don't have a super zoom today, Josh, but the new spotting area is right there. See those trees? It's located right there on the north side of the field. Now, ideally, it's great, but right now, it's the sun kind of sneaks right in to the spotting area. But that is new. That is new this year. So I actually drove over there first to check out the angle of the sun, and I'm like, I don't know about this. So I elected to go with the parking garage. I thought about a cooling suit. I did actually buy Dreamweaver. I bought some, what do you call them? Sleeves for my legs so they don't get sunburned. So at least I got those. I bought those this week. Well, Salt Lake City flights, you got to get the winds to change, man. It's all about the winds. Got to land into the winds. Very cool, Kevin. Yeah, I saw that. Everybody was, it was a big deal. I was like, oh, wow. Challenger taking off for FlexJet. This is a classic. I think this is VistaJet Iconic. Where is it? Nope, it's over here. There it is. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a Gulfstream from VistaJet, or I think their call sign is Iconic, I believe. Or that's, you don't see that very often. Next arrivals. Here is Jet Suite X, Cabo San Lucas to Love Field on a 145 Jet Suite X. Of course, the charter style airline that flies regularly scheduled flights, maybe? I don't know how you explain it. They found a loophole. If they have less than, I think, 30 passengers. So the E145. If you're just joining us, welcome in. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Thank you for being a part of the program. We're just underway here. In the parking garage. I bet. Yes, you do, Aviation Cat. It's where all the trendy flyers love to go. Also, a lot go to Taos, New Mexico, Scottsdale. Taking off will be Southwest 1269 going to Harlingen, Texas. Right there at the bottom of the Texas boot. So going down to Harlingen, Texas, yeah. And if you look behind us, there's downtown Dallas. Christian Perry, what's going on? So there's downtown Dallas. It's a hot and humid day, but a nice day. I don't think we'll have any storms today, knock on wood. But, you know, that's like saying, oh, the A380 will never land on the east side. Our next departure on runway 13 left is Southwest 4444 to St. Louis on a 737-800. Roblox saying hello from Fargo, North Dakota. Hello, hello. Excellent, Christian. Actively applying. That's fantastic to hear. I know there's an opening in Tucson. JL Day 333 says, watching from Eastern Washington State, traveling to Seattle from Maryland. Well, safe travels to you, and thanks for tuning in. Thank you for the 2 jewels, Roblox. Salt Lake City flights, if you want to email me about moderating, we can look into that. Just email me at pipsplanespottinglive@gmail.com. Oh, congrats, Christian Perry, passing the ACE Ops certification from AAAE. That's outstanding, dude. Now you're going places. A lot of airports look for that. So good luck to you. That's wonderful. That is a huge step. That is a huge step. And that's not easy. I didn't pass it my first time, Christian. I actually had to take it a second time before I passed it. So that's awesome, man. 510 Steve says hello. Is this the new home of Pip? 510 Steve, for at least the next week, I'm kind of finalizing a couple of things and just kind of deciding. I've got a job offer at a Midwestern airport that I'm considering, but since I left Tucson, I figured instead of paying rent, I would come home for a couple weeks and broadcast. You know, this is kind of like a job to me. This is a job to me, so make some coin while I'm waiting and do some good. So this is the temporary home for now. Hey, man, Christian, you know, 75% C's get degrees. All you got to get is a 70, and that's all you need. If Matt Man were here, I would point out the Poseidon over there, but he's not here, so I'll just point it out to each one of you. Whoa, Eddie Blackburn. What up? Tuning in. $4.99 Super Chat. Thank you very much, Eddie. Appreciate you.
Might want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
Thank you, Eddie. Tuning in from Myrtle Beach, a former place of residence for me. Tell you what, that would be nice to be near a beach, Eddie, that's for sure. There are lots of man-made lakes here in the Dallas area, so you can't go to quote-unquote beaches in the lakes. Next arrival, NetJets 350 from Chattanooga, Bombardier, and then, that's interesting. We'll keep an eye on that. This is where, this side of the airport, the north side, is where most of the corporate jets land, and most, not all the time, a lot of the time, where VIP aircraft land. So I won't say all the time, but a lot of the time. Oh, look at that. We got a special Missouri 1. Missouri 1 looks like it's gonna take off this side. Right on, right on. In the meantime, our next takeoff will be Gulfstream. Is it? Yeah. Looks like Gulfstream. It says it's going to Dallas. Dallas to Dallas. It must be like a maintenance check. Or they typed in the airport wrong. Sleek 650. Christian Perry, thank you for being a member for 33 months. Thank you very much, Christian Perry. Celebrate you. Hey, Eddie Blackburn, thank you. Mickey says hello from Washington, D.C. Son of Ham says good evening, good morning from South Africa. Aircraft Expedition says hello. Kendrick Cantrell, the man on the mission, says hello, hello. It has been forever. I hope you're doing well, enjoying retirement, keeping away from those brush fires in Utah. Obviously hoping for rain. This looks like a Cessna. I'm going CJ4. All right, sounds good, Salt Lake City flights. I will email you when I get a chance, probably tonight or tomorrow. So yes, for the next couple weeks, this is my temporary home. Funny enough, I did apply for a job at the McKinney Airport. Haven't heard anything. Looks like our next departure will be an Embraer Praetor 600. Then another Jet Suite X or the Southwest Missouri 1 livery. So if you're just joining us, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for the support from Eddie and Christian. And also thank you to all of you tuning in on a busy Wednesday. Ooh, you caught the ice cream truck. Awesome, Roblox. Love it. That sounds actually perfect. I will take a bomb pop, please. The All-American red, white, and blue. All right, Missouri 1 is next. There it is, getting ready to roll. It has the state of Missouri flag on it, and it is headed to Orlando, Florida. I better hit the special livery.
Well, isn't that special?
Adios to Orlando. I did not see where this Jet Suite X is. Yeah, they can get delayed in the afternoon aircraft expeditions, those F-16s. All right, it says this Jet Suite X is headed to Las Vegas. Las Vegas. Cushy and comfy seating. Is the Fargo Airport bigger now? Are they done with the construction? I hope so, Christian Perry. That's awesome. You got the AAA E. That is fantastic. And I'll cross my fingers for you. Treasure Maze checking in from South Carolina. What is happening, Treasure Maze? Greetings. Happy Wednesday. Got another Southwest flight on runway 13 left. Getting ready to roll here. It's going to BWE on a 737 MAX 8, so that would be Baltimore. Rainy Cajun says hello. Hello, Rainy Cajun. The man from Washington. He wishes he was down here instead of the nice weather in Washington. That's how you know a true Cajun. Southpaw checking in. Southpaw checking in. You'll be leaving the stream up? Well, thank you very much. That does help greatly. And Southpaw and everybody, I guess I'm kind of finalizing a tentative job offer. And before I sign off on everything, I'm going to go visit the airport in the area to make sure I'm comfortable, which hopefully will happen in the next couple weeks, potentially. So we'll see. I didn't know you had your bachelor's in criminal justice, Christian. Hoping you would be like a police officer or an FBI agent. Adios, muchacho. If you're just joining us, welcome in. It is 5:03 here on Pip's Planespotting Live. Thank you for being a part of the action. Thank you. I'm trying to think of a good poll question today. I know. I'm going to come up with a unique question. Question is, no, not Q&A. I want a poll question. Thank you for the gift, Roblox. Appreciate that. Sent Sunshine for 200 joules. Rainy Cajun says, can I say how much I hate the iOS app for not being able to search user tags? Okay, I said it. I'm done. Job offer is for airside operations, airport ops. So I said, you know, I had 3 options I could do. I was considering, I haven't heard back from Tucson either. I applied for another job there. So I was considering Tucson. I was considering this Midwestern airport job. And then I was also considering going broadcasting full-time across the country. America! My 250th celebration. Lakes Bro says hello from Melbourne. Oh, nice. You have a Southwest Airlines interview? Good luck, Dan. Good luck. A couple of private jets there. I think Friday we'll have a show, and we'll probably do it in the evening, just to stay away from the sun. Thank you, Roblox, sending the clutch for 30 joules. Give you a heavy honk for good luck, sure. There you go, Aircraft Expeditions heavy honk. Southwest is waiting to take off on runway 13 left here. It was, that's interesting. It says it was going to Denver, now it's diverting to Midland. Tim, is there thunderstorm activity in Denver? That is an interesting. Anyways, it's a 737-700, but it looks like first up to take off will be the Gulfstream down there at the end, which is going to Geneva, Switzerland? Sweet. Sweet chocolate. The Gulfstream 550. I hope they got enough fuel. Sure looks like it. They're pretty heavy. Using all that runway. I did not know. I did not know that, Rainy Cajun. I did not know that. So here's the Southwest flight that says it was going to Denver and now going to Midland, flight 1303, 737-700. Wow, you sent clutch for 30 joules. Thank you, Roblox. And 2 joules. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, liking, and subscribing. Yeah, we will see, Christian Perry. We will see. Oh, I can't tell you yet because I'm not going to say just yet where I'm going to be at, Christian Perry. I got to go visit it first and check it out. Man, Roblox, you get all sorts of jewels and clutches and gifts. Thank you. Safe travels wherever it's going. Midland, Denver, or elsewhere. Thank you, Eddie and Christian, also for supporting the channel. Looks like our next arrival will be another Jet Suite X from Houston. Jet Suite X 285. Wow, Roblox. Happy poop. Never seen Happy Poop. That's cool. I'm not too familiar with the jewels, so that's learning something. I know, right, Rainy Cajun? I'm learning so much. So I think our Jet Suite X will be next. So our poll question we put down was, which airline do you think will be first to use the new gates at the expanded Love Field? That'll be done in a couple years. After the Wright Amendment expired, they can build more gates. So American, United, what did I say the other airline was? Was it JetBlue or an international? So, lots of options. And here comes Jet Suite X. So it's kind of hazy, I guess. It's not super hazy. It's pretty clear out. But you can tell the air is hot. It's buoyant. Gonna just casually roll on down to the end and into the hangar. Pole Barn Builder, what's up? Love me some Love Field. Fly into there once a year to visit family. A lot of cool bars in there. I always get to the airport early to throw back a few. Glad also you enjoyed the video compilation from DFW the other day. Mike Cruz says Mexico flights out of Dallas would be cool. It would. Yeah, it's like one of the, it's funny. It's one of the few crew bases for Southwest that doesn't have international flights right now, Mike. That's a good point. Good point. There is the Jet Suite X hangar. What's up, Randy? I like the viewing area. I just wish there were more traffic in Fargo. Roblox. Oh, speaking of traffic, here's a Max 8 landing. Believe commercial flights would make sense, Rady Cajun. Ha ha! Oh. There's our inbound. The Max 8. Oops, sorry. So I guess technically 3 airlines fly to Love Field right now, but you got to give Love Field some love if you like the red, white, and yellow. And a lot of the charters for World Cup have been coming into Love Field in addition to DFW. Like Breeze has flown a lot of the charters for either fans or teams into Love Field. Well, thanks, Christian Perry. I appreciate that. I appreciate the support. And we're supporting you. That'd be awesome if you can land a gig. I'm so proud of you for passing the AAAE. That is not easy. Looks like we got a Phenom 300 landing next. And then behind it looks like Challenger 300. Told you there were a lot of private jets. I think regardless, y'all will be really excited if everything gets locked in. Tim asked a good question. What do you think, folks? Do you think Allegiant would do well here at Love Field? My first suspicion, Tim, would be I think it would do better at McKinney Airport, the new airport on the northeast side. But it could do well here. It's just that, like, Southwest basically has all the gates until the new gates are done. FlexJet in rear Phenom 300. And then we get our Challenger. That would be interesting, Tim. I don't know. I think they've been waiting for, like, McKinney to get into the market because the costs are way lower. Nice, Christian. So did I. So we'll see, man. Good luck. Good luck. Nice. All right, Tim B4988 says Allegiant and Sun Country are merging. Sun Country has gates at DFW. That's right. Thank you, Tim. Sun Country does, yes, they do fly to DFW. Rainy Cajun says all rain forecasted for Seattle through next Friday. You have the streaming. Roger that. 737 MAX 8. I should look where this is going. Well, Christian, tell me if you get Chicago to call you back, because I've applied to them multiple times, and they have never sent me anything. Adios to that MAX 8. And we have Southwest landing right now. That is from El Paso on a 737-700, and then that was Southwest 4150 to the ATL. That would be interesting. If that would be convenient, Tim, bringing the Sun Country gates to Allegiant. Good deal, Christian. Glad to hear it. And glad you didn't just apply to one or two. You're willing to put yourself out there. Hi, Ian. Awesome sauce. I wonder if this is the Gulfstream that just took off but landed on the south runway. Years of experience, my goodness. That's a lot. It's a lot of experience needed, Christian. Be interesting if American did used to fly to Love Field many moons ago, or fly out of Love Field many moons ago, but they sure did. They sure did. Thank you, everybody, liking, subscribing, tuning in. Appreciate all of you. I think that's a Honda Jet down there. I'm just guessing by view. Or maybe we do an early morning stream at DFW. I don't know. I understand that completely, Christian. Reno's nice, but I understand wanting to get out. Scotland losing to Brazil. Dan's laughing. It is, in fact, a Honda Jet. All right, Christian, take care, man. I'm interested to hear what happens. very interested to hear what happens. There is our Poseidon hanging out. Thanks for tuning in, sir. Thanks for tuning in, all of you, on a busy Wednesday. Thank you for liking and subscribing. We've got a pushback in front of us. Well, I know they're working on things out there at Fort Collins, Loveland Regional, Tim. I think they're trying to get a new tower, and they're making taxiway improvements. Christopher Brown saying, what up? What's happening? Good evening to you. Welcome to Love Field. Volkswagen Master Tech. I think our next show will be Friday. Just can't decide if I want to do it early in the morning or not. I know that makes no sense, but it's called a P8 Poseidon, which is kind of like the 737-800, but the military version. It's a little bit designed a little bit differently. Salt Lake City flights. Roger that, Dreamweaver. I think there's a lot of 747s on a Friday morning. I'll have to check. But in the meantime, we've got a 737 landing right now. Oh my goodness, Christopher Brown, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. The man, the myth, the legend. I don't know about legend. Don't you have to be dead to be a legend? But I'll take that. Appreciate your generosity and kindness, sir. Using all the runway. Well, most of all the runway. That is Southwest 1323 from Tampa on a Max 8. And we do have to thank Christopher Brown for his contribution.
Might want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
Yes, it very much is Christopher Brown, similar to Houston Hobby and Midway. In fact, they have... I think Love Field has the least amount of airlines out of any Southwest crew base. So there's basically Southwest, Jet SweetX, and Delta here. Oh, it stopped for a moment. Perhaps it's waiting for its gate to become available. Or they spilled a coffee. That does happen from time to time. Pilots do spill things. In the flight deck, maintenance is called, and they're like, oh, man. So I will confess, Love Field can sometimes be not the sexiest airport in the world, but we do get a lot of corporate jet traffic because this is the closest airport to downtown Dallas. And we often get a lot of the VIP stuff because Dallas really doesn't have the ability to handle some stuff. So, yeah, maybe waiting for the brakes to cool down. Good call, Rainy Cajun. Oh, you had a Salt Lake City flight said they had an aborted wait, what? An aborted landing at Salt Lake City? Oh, you mean a go-around. I was like, an aborted landing. Well, Christopher Brown sent a corgi for 1,000 joules. Thank you, Christopher Brown. Excellent. Raking in those joules, man. Thank you. So since we're in the shade, I'm hopeful as long as I have sufficient water, we'll be here through late tonight. I'm thinking like at least 9 o'clock. And depending on how I feel later, more. Question is, what do I do? Friday. It's going to start being around 100 degrees next week. So that's going to be fun. Fun, said no one ever. That's when we do our swimsuit edition of Pip's Planespotting Live, everybody. Our next departure, Southwest 3956, 737, 700 to Orlando. I do not know, Tim. I'm learning the Jules thing. I just found out about it a couple weeks ago. I would say I'm somewhat hip with technology. Speaking of Florida, this last week of weather has felt like we've been in Florida with sunny skies, afternoon thunderstorms, then a bunch of humidity. My understanding is it's going to start getting pretty windy tomorrow, Friday, and into the weekend. South winds, it'll just be breezy. Yeah, it is a bit of a risk, Rainy Cajun, but sometimes you just have to think differently and take a risk once in a while. Sometimes you do have to do that. Yeah, exactly, Christopher Brown. Christopher Brown's looking at the glass half full with the swimsuit edition of Pip's Planespotting Live. We gotta get like a mobile. We gotta get like a one of those water slides. You know, like kids used to have, like us kids. The slip and slide. We need to get a slip and slide for DFW. That's actually a really good idea. The only problem is I don't know how we could get a hose out there. Maybe we can hack into the sprinkler system or something. Matthew Breckshot, how's it going? I know we miss him. I know. I'm just glad you're able to tune in. We're here for you. Our next departure will be Dallas to Midland on a PC-12. Pilatus. Wherever it is. Maybe. I want to congratulate Chicago O'Hare, by the way. Last Sunday, they welcomed Egypt Air. So Chicago to Cairo, nonstop. They flew the A350 into Chicago. That's pretty awesome. If you're just joining us, welcome into Pip's Plane Spotting Live. Happy Wednesday. Speaking of Wednesday and Hump Day, tomorrow is U.S. and Turkey in World Cup action. Uh-oh. We either got an emergency or we got a pilot send-off. An alert two perhaps? Or a pilot send-off. I'm gonna take a guess and say where ARF is stationed that we might have an inbound declared emergency. Because I've got one fire truck over here and then another one further down runway 13 left. Focus. So we will keep an eye to the sky if anybody knows anything about the emergency. Let's see what I can find. We've got a Gulfstream 5 coming inbound that took off. This might be our emergency aircraft because it's done a lot of loops and everything. So we will see. Mark Bright Spark says, watching Scotland for Brazil. Nearly 2 mistakes for 2 goals, but 2 revoked on fouls. Yeah, the U.S. is doing pretty well. What's up, Bao Bao? So this is I think the emergency aircraft. This Gulfstream 5. That is correct. An alert 2. I do not know the exact nature of the emergency. Maybe this is not the emergency. I don't see fire moving. So maybe this is okay. But according to the flight radar path, it was flying around a lot. Okay, so it was the one, that was in fact the one because they are doing a runway sweep. Airside Operations is doing a runway sweep and they're inspecting the runway. It sounds like no further assistance is needed, but as a precaution for an emergency, an alert 2, Airside Operations is doing an inspection of the runway. So that is all pretty standard stuff that you'll see in an alert 2. What an alert 2 is, there's 3 types of alert. Alert 1, alert 2, and alert 3. Alert 3 is, uh-oh, we got a problem. is an actual accident. Alert 2 is the possibility of an accident. And then Alert 1 is a cautionary advisory. So, my guess is it was called in as an Alert 2. ATC, I do not have the ATC up, Rainy Cage, and my soundboard. I got to get a bigger soundboard for the ATC, and then my live ATC app I know I should be connecting to, but my phone always has problems with it. But that was our inbound emergency aircraft. Oh, look how convenient. There's a Gulfstream maintenance facility. Alert 3 is pretty serious. It's when an actual accident has happened, Roblox. It's the only alert. There's Alert 1, Alert 2, and Alert 3, and Alert 3 is the only one where an actual accident has occurred. But I think it's pretty convenient. There is actually a Gulfstream maintenance facility here. So I wonder if they're taxiing into that. You can see the wing right there. And there's our heroes, our unsung heroes, airside operations, following the aircraft in. Yeah, that's a good point, Salt Lake City flights. It's too hot in Scottsdale. Too hot. So there's our unsung heroes, airside operations. Go airside ups. Go airside ups. No, Alert 3 is not a 7700 squawk. A 7700 can be a general just emergency by the pilots, but for ARF personnel and airside operations personnel, they are categorized as Alert 1, Alert 2, and Alert 3. So the squawk code 7700 is declared by the pilot. Now, of course, the other codes are 7600, which is a radio failure, and then the 7500 is a hijacking. Well, it looks like it's taxied in. You can't see it because there's a cement pier right in front of us, but it is taxied into the Gulfstream maintenance center. I don't know the exact nature of the emergency, but yeah. So all's well that ends well. And great job by ARF and great job by Airside Operations. Always fun to educate. Fun stuff. If you're wondering why I'm not over there at the new plane spotting area, well, it is kind of hot and it is sunny, and the sun is pointed right into the parking area. Andrew says, I've done a 7700 into Tucson and a 7600 into Ryan. Yeah, thank goodness nobody here has done a 7500. I don't think. But we're keeping on. We've got a departure headed our way, Southwest 4333 on a 737-800, getting ready to head to Tulsa, Oklahoma. I don't think I know I've had a couple of planes that I've dispatched that have had just a general emergency, but I've never been on a plane with a general emergency. I have been on a diversion twice, but that's the extent of my IROPS. Christopher Brown, oh my gosh, another $5 super chat. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much.
This bunch for you.
Oh my gosh, Harry Carey even saying thank you. He says, Christopher Brown says, I'll never forget the day when I subscribed to your channel and became a member. You were making fun of Mark Davis's haircut. Instant lifetime member. Well, thanks to Mark Davis. I really feel like I should be splitting the super chat with Mark Davis on that one. But thank you. Hey, you know, and we're only a month or so away from training camp. Hey, there's Texas Girl. Being a member of Premium Economy for 16 months. Thank you, my dear. Wait for it.
Might want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
Bow Bow. The expansion of the terminal is going to be on the north end of here. So we would want to go all the way to the other side of the parking garage here where those folks are. And for some reason, the signal doesn't work as great down there. But we would want to go down there, and you might be able to see some of the beginning stages, the what would you call it? Pounding of the concrete. Hammering. It's a very official term. Fancy term. Oh, somebody at Roblox asked V1. What is V1? Where's Andrew? Andrew, we've got a really good question about V1. What is V1? I'm not a good pilot. So I'm scared to explain anything now. Because after Qantas landed on the left side, on the east side at DFW, I'm scared to answer any question. Because somebody's going to eventually make me look like a fool. As much as I love the shade, all right, if I have a confession to make. I love the shade here in the garage, and I never want to leave. But I know that I got to get variety, and quite frankly, people like the heavies at DFW. So we'll probably be at DFW on Friday. I just don't know if it's going to be an evening show or a early morning show. Andrew says V1 is the decision speed to continue takeoff run. Thank you, Andrew. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, liking, and subscribing. Into our second hour, got another private jet headed our way. For sure, though. All right. Christopher Brown. Yes. So let me explain the dealio. I'll give you the full deets. Well, we did last year, Bow Bow, so we definitely might have to do it again this year. Okay, so Christopher Brown asks, any chance we'll come back to RDU only to wrestle Carolina Aviation, like in a cage match, and the winner takes over RDU. Now, okay, so Christopher Brown, here's what's going on in my life right now. So I left my job in Tucson under good terms, right? And then I was looking for the next option. I was also considering broadcasting full-time, traveling around the country, and making this channel full time. I'd love to compete with the big boys and whatnot. So I've got 3 options right now. I've got a job interview that I haven't heard back from in Tucson. I've got a job offer at an airport for airside operations and in the Midwest. And then the third option is to go broadcast full time. If I go broadcast full time, we would make our way over to Raleigh, Durham. It would probably be in October that we would do that, or late September. So there you go. I'd love to go to Indianapolis. I mean, if I had my heart's content, I would love to compete with Kevin, but my channel's way too small. So, in the meantime, I'm trying to keep an open mind and what feels right. Well, thanks, Bow Bow. If only we can multiply that by 100,000, things will be great. I appreciate the kind words. So in the meantime, I mean, if you don't want to, if you're doing something and you want to be good at it, I mean, there's nothing wrong with competition. I mean, it is America after all. Looks like we got another Gulfstream on our way. Okay, deal, Tim. We'll get you to host. Tim, we can have you co-host with Carolina Aviation. That would be fun. Mark Bright Spark says, going to try and get some sleep. Scott's losing 2-0, so lucky if they qualify now. Good night. Hey, good night, Mark. Oh, there's good planes. I like Kansas City. There's good planes in Kansas City. Nice Gulfstream landing. Looks very similar to the one that they had the emergency, but it's not. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be with y'all. I'm happy to be in the shade today. And yeah. Carolina Aviation does have merch. Only t-shirts right now, Tim. I think. I'm surprised how windy it is, even up here. Joining us, welcome into Pip's Planespotting Live. Thank you for being a part of the action. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up button. We've done Oklahoma City. We've done Oklahoma City before, Bow Bow. We have not done Tulsa. Tulsa's like Kansas City, but less aircraft. Tyson Price says, sorry, I'm just joining. I'm heard you're deciding to get a new job or broadcast full-time. I have the answer for you. You can come broadcast full-time, and you can hire me to be your sidekick. That might actually work, Tyson. That's not a... I like Salt Lake. I always got good audiences in Salt Lake City. People always love Salt Lake City, so I'd be open to that. Grumpy, what up? Oh, there you go. See, now we're talking, Tyson. You are committing, you are willing to go fly to different airports. Sounds like a deal. Dang. That's some pretty high Mach right there, Andrew. And right behind the Cessna there, Latitude landing. Here comes Southwest Airlines 737. Landing runway 13 left. I'm still getting back into the groove of plane spotting, so I apologize if I'm a little rusty. This is only my second show in over a month. Guess Friday, technically a third. G'day, Grumpy. A Max 8 landing here. It's gonna get off taxiway Mike 2. I've wanted to, Christopher Brown, don't give Caroline any ideas. But yeah, I've been to Charleston and plane spotted. I've just never done a live broadcast from Charleston. That's the only catch, is this is Southwest 2486 in from Charlotte. Good night, son of ham. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. So yeah, I would love to, Christopher Brown. This flight in from Charlotte. Flogna 101 says, any spotting at Austin? Are you asking if I plan to do a broadcast at Austin, or are you asking, is there spotting available at Austin? We'll check out that PC-12. Because the answer to both questions is yes. I have done a couple of broadcasts in Austin, although it has been quite a while. Our last broadcast at Austin was probably back in 2024-ish. Yeah, that sounds about right. I actually turned down a job to go work at Austin in airside operations. And there's always part of me that is kind of sad I'm not living in Austin. Things just didn't match up correctly. Just didn't match up. But Austin's fantastic for spotting. They got the family viewing area on the east side of the airport. And we've done a couple shows. It has been a while. But let's say I broadcast full-time. I would probably want to come to Austin probably in November. And then just head over to Houston. So yeah, that's easy peasy. Easy peasy. Christopher Brown says, I'll drive down to Charleston if you do stream there. All right, that's a deal. Tyson says, I can be your backup so you can use the bathroom and I can steal. You're my security guard. All right, deal. Flogna? Yeah, so Austin would probably be, if there was a cooler day in the 70s. Otherwise, I would probably say more towards like October, November, when the weather's more seasonable. Austin has some excellent food choices. I've never been disappointed when I've gone down to Austin, Grumpy. My only regret is that my brother doesn't live in Austin anymore, so I don't have a good excuse to go visit. Bow Bow, I have actually flown into Little Rock. I have never plane spotted at Little Rock, though. I was, when I was working at the Airlines, I was bored one day and had a day off and flew to Little Rock Airport and just to see it. Sometimes that's what I would do. I would just be like, you know what? I want to do this. So I flew to Little Rock. I sure did. And that is Southwest 1304 from Panama City, Florida. Christopher Brown, when I was in Charleston, I was rudely approached by a North Charleston police officer as I was riding my bike, and I stopped to take a quick picture on my bike, and he's like, "Hey, you're not supposed to be taking pictures. Get out of here." So that was along the fence line. When I was at the parking garage, there wasn't any issues. Jealous of being a Little Rock Dreamweaver? I know. If we can make it happen, Roblox, we will make it happen. We will make it happen. Of all the places, I didn't think you'd be jealous of me that I've been to Little Rock. All right, we got 2 Southwest departures getting ready to take off. Our first is Southwest 1758 Dallas to Midland on a MAX 8. Be about an 40-minute flight. Wichita or Des Moines. If I go to this Midwestern airport, Bao, I may do a show at Des Moines. Or since it's French, it's Des Moines. Fair enough, Dreamweaver, fair enough. I did have some peanut butter earlier and a banana. Thanks everybody for liking and subscribing. I don't remember that. I have hit all the major airports except for Miami and Dulles. I haven't done Dulles and Miami. Here we go, our next Southwest departure. Carolina Aviation saying hello, yo-yo. What up? You've been doing a little shopping on Amazon Prime Day. Of course, Carolina Aviation has lots of shopping. Six o'clock, 6:07 here on Pip's Plane Spotting Live. All right, we got Jet Suite X going to Houston, Jet Suite X 286 getting ready to take off. I remember that one, Roblox. Oh, is that so? Kevin says there's a special livery today. So welcome in, everybody. Thank you to Christopher Brown, Eddie Blackburn, Christian Perry for your contributions. Our next departure here at Southwest Airlines is 1282 going to Lubbock on a 737-700. Thank you so much, Chaotic Bean. Here we go, going to Lubbock. What are we congratulating me for again, by the way? All right, Jet Suite X finally rolling. Must have had a flow time. I hear a helicopter. Oh, it's going just above me. I know. I don't. I mean, it is an offer. Tentative offer. Oh, for being an awesome human being. Thank you. That is nice. Thank you. I'm glad to be an awesome human being. Excelsior as the license plate of New York states. It says Excelsior on New York State's license plate. Chase! I am well. Thank you for asking, Chase. Wonderful to see you. Thank you, thank you. Yep, I did. I did, Bow Bow. Cool. That's a quick flight to Fargo, or quick flight to Denver there, Roblox. Oh, yes? Is that what you're hearing, Chase? We were just talking about the fact that there's definitely Southwest and Southwest. So I'm all for more variety. Who's coming? Kevin, I think our next stream is probably going to be on probably Friday. I can't decide if it's going to be Friday night or Friday morning. Oh, from the poll question, I think American's going to be the next airline. Actually, no, I'm going to scratch it. I'm going to say JetBlue. I'm going to say JetBlue, Chase. I have been to Portland. My question to you, Bow Bow, is where you've been on all my streams, man. Yeah, I say JetBlue. Probably because you're from the Midwest, Bow Bow. Looks like a Cessna Citation taking off here. Very light. I agree, Chase. They should go to St. Louis, man. Longitude. Christopher Brown asks, what is your dream international airport to spot at? Great question. I would probably give the edge to London because there's so much variety. I wish it was Paris, but they don't like spotters at Charles de Gaulle. So that's a tough one. That is a toughie. Joe Leary says JetBlue tried in the Midwest in a few cities and it went poorly. Dan Reeves says he needs beauty sleep. If I can get any of this heat, it is. See you on the next one. See you, Dan. Chase says, Pip, I drove around the perimeter of Lambert, and it dawned on me why they don't like spotters. Boeing has buildings all around there, but again, I hate that you can't spot there. I know. We're trying to figure out a way to change that in St. Louis, Chase. I've emailed the public relations people several times to try and improve that. I hear you, bud. We'll get it done. I understand Boeing has a right to privacy, but, you know, outside the fence, it's a different deal. I don't know if I feel like a bratwurst, Carolina Aviation, but I could probably use a hot dog. No, Bow Bow, I used to. I don't play Microsoft Flight Simulator anymore because I just don't have time. And my computer needs some repairs. That would be a long. It would be a long drive, regardless, Tim. I'm guessing it would probably be about. It would be more cost-effective, probably, to fly. Carolina says the brat is actually good. Next arrival looks like it'll be a Gulfstream G500 and then a Cessna Citation Sovereign. I always got to put the sauerkraut on. You know, I wonder the same thing, Grumpy. But, hey, you know, that's why I made it 99 cents. But what are you going to do? I believe, yes, it did. It did make it. It sure did. It sure did, Chase. Hey, there's that Cessna citation. It looks like a Gulfstream, doesn't it? Right? No, this is the G500, excuse me. They have a Dr. Pepper bratwurst? Really? Wow. That is interesting. I did not know that. Joe Larry says, also vote for my vote for the poll is Southwest. No, Joe, you cannot do that. The Southwest already flies here. You cannot do that. So, Joe, when is, yeah, everybody wonders when Southwest is going to move into DFW. And I'm sure Matt Mann will ask, so I'll ask for him, when is the MAX 7 coming? So we get a Cessna Citation Sovereign Plus and then a Bombardier Challenger 3500 landing next to. Eventually, yeah, that sounds about right. Eventually in 2 months for the MAX 7. Okay, we'll eventually find out. Guess we'll eventually see it when we see it. Here comes the Citation Sovereign. No, this is Challenger. I'm all over the place. Oh, there's the Citation Sovereign. My bad. next arrival is... Wait for it. It's going to tell me. Yes. Embraer Phenom 300. Then it is Southwest 1792. Ritzy Mink, what is happening? Good evening to Chicago. You're here finally on your break. I hope all is well. It is. I'm hiding in the shade. I would say I haven't had this low an audience probably in 2 years. So a lot of people are live streaming today, and I'm like at the bottom of the search queue. I see. So it's not a done deal. They sure made it sound like it's a done deal. Joe Leary talking about love field expansion. You know what always cheers me up? When I talk with Harry Carey.
How's your mother, by the way?
Oh, Harry, she's doing well. Thank you for asking.
Right to jail, right away.
Whoops, not that.
What would you say you do here?
No. Not a lot, apparently.
This butt's for you.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Harry Carey. I thought the Wright Amendment expired, so they didn't have to deal with all that mishmash again. Where do I hear news about airports? Probably one of the best ways is through my membership in AAAE. It's the American Association of Airport Executives, Chase. AAAE. AAAE. Well, thank you, Kevin. More severe thunderstorms in Chicago, Rincy Mink. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Thank you, everybody, for liking and subscribing. Hey, Booyakacha. Dudesky, did you say the last time you were on if you preferred love field over hobby if you had to choose? Great question. I would probably say Houston hobby. Little more variety. Yeah, there have been a lot of diversions in Chicago here, Ritzy Mink. Yeah, tornado warning in Cook and Kane County. Wow. How about that? I see it, Ritzy Mink. I see it. I can't, if I pan to the left, I can't even see headquarters because I'm on the north side. If I pan to the left, I see a truck. I can't see anything, Joe. I'm sorry. 32 years on the ramp. Amazing, Kevin. Yes, Joe. Who could, just, you know, sometimes it's just good to get out, Joe. Get some fresh air. Now that Alaska doesn't fly here anymore, too. No worries, Booyakacha. We're just grateful you're here. We are grateful you're here. Joe Larry, I have tried the new spotter spot. It would work, except right now the sun is right in shooting right into the spotter area, so the sun would be right in my face. Christopher Brown said, did you ever get a final answer on the reason the truck alarm was going off in San Diego? No. Still couldn't figure that one out. Which airplanes caused it? All right, Bal, we'll see you on the next one. We'll see you on Friday. I did not figure it out, Christopher Brown. That was a doozy. That was a doozy to try and figure out. That was a doozy to try and figure out. It was good times. Good times indeed. Also good times, a good show. Good times. Yeah, the spotter area is right over there, Joel Leary. But I'm sure you know that. You know, Mattman Booyakacha is a big Sox fan too. Boom, 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 boom. Ain't we got it about it? Good times. I thought it would be a little busier. I guess it's kind of slow in the 6 o'clock hour. Jacob, what's up, man? Tomorrow at 8:45. Start the 5-day countdown till my MAX 8 flight to Kansas City. From Dallas Love Field, hope you can catch my flight. We will do our best. Samuel Rosebrock saying hello from Indianapolis. Grumpy says, go New York Yankees. What? Can we say that on the show? Is that allowed? If you look closely, you'll see Jet Suite X's hangar. Thanks for tuning in, Samuel Rosebach. If you love Southwest Airlines and corporate jets, this is the place. Holy smokes, it's like they're the Bears. When or you go do a stream at Houston? When do I go do a stream at Houston? Great question. When it is cooler, so that would be probably in November. Grumpy says, been a Yankees fan since before the Dodgers moved out of Ebbets Field in Brooklyn. Wow. That is a good long time. That is a good long time. The Brooklyn Dodgers betraying New Yorkers. Amazing. I've been a Cubs fan for a while. I got one World Series in, so I'm pretty good. All right, Christopher Brown, if you're still there, where's your favorite international airport to broadcast at? That's a sweet Challenger right there. Sweet Challenger. SD Win, what's up? Welcome into Love Field. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much, everybody, liking and subscribing. Thank you for being loyal and faithful as we check out this next departure. I don't know, Kevin. Next arrival inbound. That is a Challenger 600. Challenger 600. Right there. Nice jet. Wow. Grumpy says, I saw a Yankee Dodger series back in 1963. I was 13th. Dodgers won in a 4-game sweep. Was that Bobby Thompson's perfect game? I can't remember. No, that wouldn't have been if it was the Dodger sweep. Excuse me, that wouldn't have been the case. Next departure will be Cessna Citation CJ4. Sandy Koufax was the MVP. Good old Sandy Koufax. Here we go. Whee! Through 2 complete games in the series. That's crazy to think about with Sandy Koufax. That is really crazy. Thank you, everybody, joining us here for episode 510. We're pushing on. I forgot how slow it was. 5 and 6. All right. I see where the thunderstorms are, Ritzy Mink. We're next to the Southwest Cargo Warehouse. I got diversions again in Chicago. Not a lot, but I'm gonna look at the radar. Since we have a minute here, I'm looking at the Chicago radar. Oi. Oh, they're fast movers, though. Look at that. They're fast movers. Looks like, oh, Chicago or O'Hare's about to get rocked. O'Hare is about to get rocked. All right. Keep your eyes out for diversions in Chicago. Thanks for all the votes on the poll. ATC is in the tower beyond the parking garage, Kevin. And I don't have ATC because I need to get his new soundboard that has more than 2 inputs. I need to get like like 6 or 8, 10 inputs. Andrew says that would be an interesting subject to read into Southwest Airlines cargo service. Well, it is interesting. I know that our friend Southpaw said that Milwaukee is building a new cargo hub that has the capability of parking 5 747s next to each other, which is very large. So I think sounds like they're trying to steal some business from Chicago O'Hare, which would make sense because Chicago O'Hare is expensive to fly in and out of, and fuel's expensive, landing fees are expensive. It's a cash cow for Chicago. I'd be interested to see that in Milwaukee. You know, we talked about it before. I would love to get to Rockford. People are like, huh, where's Rockford? Well, if you know aviation, you know Rockford's about 60 miles northwest of Chicago O'Hare, and it's a UPS hub. I was telling my dad about this last night at dinner, and there's 40 daily flights from UPS to Rockford, which is pretty amazing. And they get the occasional 747. I wish the Cubs could have somebody like Sandy Koufax. That would be amazing. All right. When is our next arrival? Let us see. Midland is delayed. Lubbock is in a few minutes. Jacksonville is delayed. Columbus is 5 minutes out on a MAX 8. Okay. We got some action headed our way here in a little bit. Get things going. Maybe I'll make a note. Start the show at 7 o'clock, not 4:30. Andrew says, I fly over Rockford during the red eye from Phoenix to O'Hare, and it's a huge operation, giant apron filled with big cargo birds. Yep. Another airport that kind of gets a lot of unique cargo birds is Rickenbacker in Columbus, south of Columbus. They get like Turkish cargo A330, Korean Air 747. They don't get a ton like Rockford, but yeah, they get some interesting stuff. They sure do. Thanks for everybody's generosity today. Christopher Brown, Eddie Blackburn, also Christopher. Why can't I think of, my brain's farting here. Why is my brain farting? Oh boy. JetBlue, you think JetBlue? I would like to see JetBlue come to Love Field. Jacob? I'm definitely ready for football to start, Kevin. What about you? We were just making the comment. Mark Christopher Brown remind me of the of how I feel about Mark Davis's haircut. In fact, let's debut a new little feature here. Oh, it's timed out again. It always times out. Why does it do that? Stand by. It always does this to me. I don't need a subscription plan. I'm already subscribed. This always happens. Every time I want to open the browser, it's like, oh, we're going to kick you out. It was working earlier. Grr. All right. One of these days. Hey, in the meantime, there is some traffic. Looks like a Challenger or Gulfstream. All right, Andrew, have a great night riding your bike. I love it. The man with the plan riding the bike, Andrew. See you, dude. Have a great one. Have a fantastic one. It's actually a Cessna Citation. There we go. Now we're doing it. We're doing it. All right, are you able to, ladies and gentlemen, are you able to see that flight radar overlay on the screen? If you are, give me a thumbs up. Next departure, 1323, Dallas to Las Vegas. Now you can't see the grass, Buyakacha. Oh man. Oops. We're doing some beta testing. We're doing some beta testing on this. But at least you can see the you can see it. That is good. Now we're getting action rolling here. Kevin says, yes, we can hear it, see it. All right, interact. There we go. All right, cool beans. We are at Love Field. Whoops. Oh, and my battery died. Don't worry, I got a big new battery. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you like it, Buyakacha. Thanks for the support. Thanks for everybody watching it, enjoying the Love Field action and the camaraderie. Nice Gulfstream there. Looks like our next arrival will be Southwest 296 from Columbus. I'll show you right where it is. Oh, you know what? Beer. There it is. Columbus 296 on a Max 8. Close out. There we go. Right there. Then we'll turn it off. Thank you for letting me experiment. I'll look towards the sky for 296. There it is. Thank you, everybody, liking and subscribing. Beautimus. From Columbus. That sounds about right, Booyakacha. It might be Big Earn. It sure might be. You know, it'd be nice if I could be like Big Earn and let me talk about my job. But they don't. They don't. Good old Big Earn. I don't know if I've ever caught him. Nice, Booyakacha. I haven't... Yeah, that's pretty awesome. but it's a little bit delayed. Let me look. I want to see what Chicago looks like. I'm going to try and update the browser here. No, that's not what I want to do. Damn it. Hey, there's Matt Man. Matt Man. We have a Poseidon that's parked, but it hasn't taken off. I do have an unofficial jingle that Rainy Cajun wrote. It's just music. Hey, Robert Stevens, pretty awesome when I get home and discovering you're streaming live. Great to see you. Yeah, Matt, man, I saw the weather. I saw the weather. Got a few new hail dents, I'm sure. Yeah, it looked like pretty rough weather. In fact, this website is moving slow. A magnitude 7.5 earthquake struck the Philippines. Oh no. Who do I know that was in the Philippines? Oh, who was it? So we're just getting ready to heat things up here. I'm trying to get in to the Chicago area here and show you what's happening as far as the airspace. Okay, here we go. So we're going to take a little detour and look at Chicago right now. If you can see all the traffic around to the south and southeast of Chicago, but there's this big empty spot between Rockford, Aurora, and O'Hare, and those would be thunderstorms. So that's the stuff that Matt Man was driving through. If you just joined us, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for joining us. But interesting action going on at good old Chicago, Matt Man. And there is the Poseidon, Matt Man. There you go. It's hiding over there. It is hiding over there. Here comes our next arrival. Made a note not to broadcast between 5 and 7. Limited action. This is my first time broadcasting at Love Field since May. Nice brakes right there. Joe Leary said, I asked for you, Matt Mann, as we check out the 737 MAX 8. Joe said eventually and then said 2-ish months. So that could be a number of months away, FYI. So just so you know, Matt Mann. Do 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 do. Waiting for a gate, perhaps. Yeah, O'Hare's like just like a ghost town with those storms. Check out that PC-12 departing. Look at that line. Look at that line trying to get to a gate. I'm surprised there haven't been more diversions in Chicago. Several $1 million, Chase. Several $1 million. Wow. Look at this. We got a Poseidon. We got a Poseidon takeoff for you, Matt Man. How about that? Look who has the good vibes, Matt Man. Look at that. Well, Matt Man must have said his prayers this morning because we got some action for Matt Man, some Poseidon takeoffs. So how about that? If you're just joining us, welcome into Pip's Planespotting Live. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. And we're about to see the Poseidon take off, I believe. So Matt Man said his prayers this morning. How about that? Or maybe, where is it going? It's going over there. It's currently right there. Maybe it's just going to another hangar or what? We will see. I will keep a very close eye on her, Mattman. So we check out this NetJets, what appears to be Cessna longitude. Well, looks like the Poseidon is taking the runway, Matthias. How about that? How about that? Here we go. A turn and burn. Indeed, top secret. Well, that's cool. Nothing like getting some evening Poseidon action. Hey, there he is. J. Raul Corta from Anna. What's up? Good to see you. We are on tonight here at Love Field. I think Friday will be at DFW. I just can't decide if I want to do a night show and go up against AVL or if I want to do an early morning. David Newmeyer says, good afternoon from Tempe, Arizona. What's up, David? How are you? Great to see you. Thanks, everybody, for liking and subscribing. That was cool. Now, Buyukachi says, now I'm in a Poseidon 8 whip Wikipedia rabbit hole. Excellent. That's what we'd like to hear. Now, normally I would be over at the spotting area, but the sun is positioned right into the roof and the spotting area. So the sun would be pretty bright. Well, I think Chicago dodged a bullet because there probably should have been way more diversions than there were. So, all right. David says, I made an error last month. Starlux will start service with the Phoenix A350 1000 July 2nd. Oh, that is awesome news. Well, that is really good news. That means the route is doing well. That's great news, David. Thank you for verifying that. That is wonderful news. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful news. Yeah, well, that is good to chase the Frontier. Frontier's probably trying to get in on some of that Spirit traffic and Southwest, so we'll see if it pays off for them. Ooh. Both silver and gold into Starlux. Now that is very cool. Very nice, David. All right, we get another Southwest arrival here. Joe Cortez M48 sent me a gift. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Sent a flow state for 200 joules. Thank you, JRL. JRL Corta. Thank you. All the way from lovely Anna, Texas. Just up Highway 75 in the northeastern part of the Metroplex. The rapidly growing community of Anna. Well, my phone just died, ran out of battery, so I can't tell you which this, I guess I could, but we do have a Southwest taking off. That much I can tell you. Max 8. Here goes another one. LAX. Thank you, Chase. Looks like another Max 8. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. It's starting to get a little breezy. This 737-700 is just hanging out here. Just hanging. Got a private jet ready to take off now. .300 max 8s. Wow. Challenger up, up, and away. So Chase, the American usually flies the MAX 8s, a lot of them, out of Miami and out of LaGuardia and JFK. So it's more East Coast. It's a good question, Chase. I don't think a lot of the laughs were, a lot of people took into account the size of people. That's funny, man. That is funny, though. Our next rival, it's on its way. It's on Gone Final. Nashville. Thank you, Chase. 2 likes away from 100. Thank you, man, for that report. It's a Max 8 from Nashville. Departing to Fort Lauderdale. Chase is on it. Thanks, everybody, for liking and subscribing and tuning in. Let's make it happen, Chase. We got a landing first. That is correct, Chase. The observation deck is right there. See that? You can kind of see that roof and that open air canopy. That is where the observation is. The problem is the sun is shooting right into that area. So it's tough to broadcast, and we'll heat the equipment up real quick. Maybe when it's not as cold or not as warm, it won't be as much as an issue, but yeah. Yeah, it's pretty nice spot. Adios. 104 likes. Thanks so much, everybody. Yeah, and the U.S. is tomorrow. Big game tomorrow. Big game tomorrow. Man. I might have to go home and watch that game. I think we got an arrival headed our way. Next arrival right there. John Southwell, what's going on? Hey, there's Dreamweaver. As the sun gets close to setting. Am I missing Tucson? I was kind of missing it on Monday, Madman, when I was at DFW and it was super humid. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't know. It's a good question. Do I miss Tucson? Yeah, I sometimes I do, but I don't feel like I'm homesick. It's interesting to think about, man. I come to, after living somewhere and then leaving somewhere, I come to realize there are certain things I like. So I've definitely appreciated some things for sure. I miss Chicago. Definitely miss Chicago. Next arrival, Chase says, from Pensacola. I see, man. Thank you, everybody, liking and subscribing. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Jim Rockford says, Jim Rockford. Tomorrow is National Catfish Day. Oh, sounds like we need to go down to the Mississippi River, give me some catfish. Or maybe we could go up to, I think there's some catfish at Lake Texoma on the border. Kevin says, do you think you'll ever stream at Indianapolis Airport? At some point, but not this year, most likely. So this is in from Pensacola, Southwest Airlines. How's that guy? They go global. Hometown, Chicago Midway. Wow, what's up? I'm coming back to Anchorage. I would probably venture to say 50-50 will be October. Yes, but it's 50-50. It's just a matter, so I've got a couple... I've got a couple things going on. I got a potential job offer. I got a potential trip across America. Just kind of deciding what works best. Good morning from Dusseldorf, Daniel says. All the way from Dusseldorf, bright and early. Good morning, good morning. I know you'll come out there, Lyle. I'll know you'll be out there with some hot chocolate. Some coffee, some hot chocolate, maybe a donut. I'd like to work at Anchorage. I applied to work at Anchorage, and I got a message back that says this particular job posting is only for in-state applicants. So, guess they have in-state and out-of-state. So, if there's a out-of-state opening, then I may consider applying for it. But that is tough, though, being separated from the rest of America by a couple thousand miles. That is a good question, Matt. Man, what is Matt the Moose up to? This citation longitude. What is Matt the Moose up to? He's probably a star of the show, Matt, man, with all the tourists up there in Anchorage right now. I wish I could have tagged him and said this is Matt the Moose, or put a name tag on him. I'm sure he wouldn't have mind. I'll get used to Anchorage. Fair enough. It is really pretty up there. It's not a bad idea. I could definitely use Anchorage right now with this heat and humidity. A little bit cooler. Whitehorse and Yukon, the Northwest Territories, man. And the Yukon Territory. Don Rumsey says Tri-Cities hit 95 in Washington. Oh my goodness. That's like Dallas weather or Tucson weather. Or that is hot. That is hot. Lyle says it's only 65 in Anchorage at this time. That sounds delightful, to say the least. To say the least. Got our next Southwest arrival inbound. Yeah, that does sound about right. And we got a Southwest runway departure, 13 left, ready to roll. I think this is going to be our last departure. I just realized that my parents got to get up early tomorrow. So if they're getting up early, they might wake me up by accident. So I probably should get home and get to bed so I can get some sleep. Max attack taking off. All right, Booyakacha, you're welcome. Oh boy. Thank you, Booyakacha, working hard. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Don Rumsey, Christopher Brown, thank you. Christopher Brown for your contribution. Andy Blackburn, Tim Arnold, Texas Girl. Christian Perry, thank you so much for your generosity. As this looks like a global is landing here at Love Field. Episode 510 is in the books. Thanks for our moderators. I might sneak out to Dallas at DFW tomorrow because, quite frankly, I want to get the people moving and rocking and rolling and build this channel and grow this channel like the great country of America. If not, we'll broadcast next on Friday. I'm thinking Friday. Most likely at DFW. And yes, this is a global. Have a great week. We'll see you, if not tomorrow, on Friday, most likely from DFW. So we'll see you later, everybody.